Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to TBTV. I hope today finds you in good spirits. Um, in the spirit of trying to impart on you all some food for thought. Today I found myself thinking about something that I talked to my son T about maybe about 2 weeks ago, and then I turned around and I spoke to my grandmother about it, and that was restoring within me this sense of childlike faith. So now, when I say restoring me a childlike faith, I'm talking about the fact of the way that we used to think when we were kids. Okay. Now let's just go down memory lane a little bit. Okay, let's go down memory lane. So I'm talking to T, and I was saying to him, I say, lately, when I've been, when I've been praying and going over my vision board and this and that, I have found myself saying to the Lord, Lord, in regards to the things that I'm trying to pursue in my life, in regards to the things I'm trying to believe you for, in regards to the direction that, I want to go and that I know and I feel like the Lord wants me to go. Lord, restore in me that childlike faith. And so he was saying to me, you know what, Mom, because we was talking about this one of the his friends at work, and he was saying that his friend, he had like one of those kind of like naive like mindsets, but he was saying it not in a negative way. He was saying it in regards to he really just like believed that anything can happen. You know, I know that's gonna happen and this and that. And he was like, I don't know really what to call it. And when he said that, it made me say to him, T, I've been praying to the Lord for him to restore my childlike faith. And when I say, he said, Ma, that's it. He said, he said, that's the perfect example. And I say, T, I say this because let's think back again. Let's go back down memory lane. I said, T, think about it when you were a kid. When we go back to when I was a kid, when grandma was a kid. When we were a kid, when we were children, we believed in stuff like the Tooth Fairy. We believed in Santa Claus. We believed in the Easter Bunny. Okay, you laid down at night when your tooth came out and your mother told you, your father told you to place that tooth up under the pillow, and the Tooth Fairy gonna come in the morning, but you gotta make sure you sleep. The Tooth Fairy gonna come in the morning and the Tooth Fairy gonna leave you $1, leave you some money. When you were a child, you believed that. You believe, and when you woke up and you seen that dollar, you couldn't have told me that wasn't a tooth fairy that left that dollar. Okay, again, same kids, same child. Christmas time come, you done wrote all this stuff down on this list, or you've been telling your mama all this stuff, telling your daddy you've been watching TV. I want this, and I want that Barbie, and I want that Cabbage Patch, and I want those cars, and I want those skates, and all that stuff. And you literally believe Santa. You believe that Santa was gonna bring, and you better be good. You better be good. They can get you to do all kind of stuff. The closer and closer it got to Christmas, they can get you to do all kind of stuff that they couldn't get you to act right on probably back in July, because you truly believe that if I don't do right, Santa not gonna bring me no gifts. Okay? Okay, so when I say that, and it's kind of funny when we think about it like that, but just be for real. If we were to get ourselves back to a point where we restored or asked the Lord to help us to restore this childlike faith, do you realize how many things that we could possibly accomplish in our life? Okay, because when we think about it, by the time you get to this point now, by the time you get grown, and I'm gonna say even past like those 20s, okay, even past those 20s, because even if we say even faith and in love and relationships and things like that, when people are in their 20s and things like that, teens, 20s, even you might even a little teeny bit into them 30s, but really in those 20s you can jump in and out of relationships and things like that, because I guess maybe you feel like I still you still got life left, and you willing to take chances and things like that, so you would jump in and out of it. But as you get older, okay, as you get older, you ain't jumping in and out of stuff all like that, you know what I mean, because you've been hurt. You've been hurt. You know what it's like to lose love. You know what it's like for you to have kids with someone and that person not be a responsible parent and help you, and now you have all these responsibilities on you. You know what it's like to lose someone if it's, you don't lost them because they passed away or this or that. It's just the older you get and the more life we live, all these doggone, challenges and adversities and things like that all start to become real. You know what I mean? We start to see that life isn't a fairy tale and things like that. So it makes us where now we done store so many things. We've stored so many things in this file cabinet that we call life, then we don't even feel like we have a room for another sheet of paper. I can't fit another thing in. I can't fit another thing in. So we lose faith. We lose faith. We lose faith on our hopes. We lose faith on our dreams. We lose faith on anything that we think that is out of reach, or anything that we feel like I can't see that happening. You know what I mean? And so before you know it, we're sitting here, and when all of these we find ourselves where all these situations have occurred in our life, and we've gotten to a place where my life is not where I want it to be. We really feel like this is where my life is for now. Ain't nothing gonna happen different. Ain't nothing, I done messed it up. Just forget it. But that's not necessarily how it has to go. It's not. Again, we have to ask the Lord to restore within us that childlike faith that would allow us to hope, that will allow us to dream again, that will allow us to, what I want to say, to just believe that things don't have to necessarily stay the same. And I'm saying this as a person who had childlike faith, okay? Had childlike faith growing up in a time when really, I know that it had to, for me, I know that it had to have come from God, because I didn't get a chance to live the normal child life. I didn't get a chance to live a normal childhood. I didn't. I mean, I had friends, you know what I'm saying? I played and things of that nature that kids do, which that's how kid life should be able to be. You should be able to play, have fun, watch cartoons, just go to school, go on trips and all that fun stuff. And I did some of that stuff. But I also had a life full of adversity. I dealt with a lot of abuse. Okay. I dealt with a lot of abuse: physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse. Okay. I was abused. I was abused from the time that I was 3 years old. Okay. But I guess being a child and not even understanding what the abuse even really was, not really understanding it, I was still a child. So being as that I was still a child, I still believed like a child that things were going to get better, that things were going to change, that somebody was going to save me, that somebody was going to bring me out. Okay. And guess what? Somebody did bring me out. God brought me out. I never stopped believing. I never stopped believing. Okay. The place in which my life is now, as opposed to where my life was back then when I was dealing with and suffering and struggling through all those abuses, it's totally different. Okay, it's totally different. So again, being someone who was subjected to basically every form of abuse and every form of abuse all at the same time. All at the same time. Again, like I said, from 3 into maybe like a good 12 or 13. This was an ongoing thing in my life that many people that were around me had no idea. Okay, no idea what's going on. So I had to deal with the abuse, okay, hide the abuse, all right, still be a child and still have childlike faith. Okay, what that sound like? Sound like an adult to me. Sound like an adult to me, because that's what we have to do. We have to deal with life challenges. Okay, take care of the kids. Go to work. Okay, take care of come home, cook, clean, take care of the house. We have to do all of these things, okay, and still act like life is okay. And still act like life is okay. This is what we have to do. So today, I'm challenging you all. I'm challenging you all to go back into your childlike mindset. Go back into that childlike mindset that believe that even though I just fell down off that bike, even though I fell, I'm trying. I done been trying for the last week. I'm gonna be able to get up on there on that bike. And one of those days when mama, when daddy, my sister, my brother, whoever push me off, I'm gonna be able to paddle on my own. Okay? Restore that childlike faith. That one of those days when I sit down on that swing and so push me, when they push me up high, I ain't gonna get so scared that I'm gonna start screaming and crying and this and that or whatever, because I'm so scared that I'm gonna fall off. You know what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? We got to ask the Lord to restore it within us, that childlike faith, so that we will be able to get to those things that we want to get to. I'm telling y'all, I would not be here speaking to you all today if I did not constantly believe and talk to the Lord, talk to myself. Like I told y'all before, you got to talk to yourself. If I didn't talk to myself and keep saying, Keita, you can do this. Keita, you should be doing this. Keita, come on. I remember telling this one guy, friend of mine before, that I was my own brand. And I was telling him that I was my own brand when I was scared as hell. Okay? I'm my own brand. You know what I'm saying? Because that's that Keita personality telling him that. But on the inside, I was shaking. I was scared. Okay? But again, I kept on praying to God to restore my childlike faith. Okay? So we have to get back to a point in our life that we basically, we believe that anything can happen. That's really for real. That we believe that anything can happen. You are living in this world. You are living in this world, and you all see all the different things that have occurred in this world that, come on now, you never thought this stuff was going to happen. I never thought it was going to happen. My grandmother, 86 years old, she never thought that a lot of things that she's experienced, okay, she never thought these things was going to happen. All right. So you're not going to tell me what it is that can't happen if we start changing our mindset, if we start thinking differently, if we start having and restoring that childlike faith. Okay. So I hope that something I said to you all today is uplifting, encouraging, that turned on some sort of light, made you say, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna get up today. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna do that thing that I've been saying that I wanted to do. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna start jotting down some things. I'm gonna make that phone call. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try. I'm going to try. I'm going to believe. Okay? Okay? Because I don't care about where your life is right now. Where your life is right now, if it's not in the place that you want it to be, you can change that. You can change that. You have the power to change the way that your life is. Okay? You have that power. You have that power. You just have to believe it. Restore that childlike faith. Okay? I want you all to have a great day. I want you to travel safely. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.